Let's talk about an NHL debut tonight, and that's Ryan Leonard going from Boston College and the NCAA regionals straight into the National Hockey League with the President's Trophy chase and the Great Chase on the line for the Washington Capitals. He makes his debut tonight in Boston, fittingly enough. Kind of amazing to see him out there in the morning skate wearing the Caps gear. Colby, we knew this would be coming for a while, but did we know that Alex Ovechkin would be right near the gates of BC's campus last night, just kind of taking in the college scene? Take a look at this video. I mean, who would have thought?
Absolutely love it. They're all at Circle Tavern. You see Chikrin sitting right there. Hopefully Chikrin's the one picking up the tab, honestly. The tab would be a lot smaller than these guys would be used to when you're at a college bar. But I love this. Like, you get a guy who can really help your team win. Why not put your arm around him and make him feel special and a part of it right away, right? Try to take some of his nerves out of it, make him feel welcome. The Caps have been one of the most dominant teams in the National Hockey League all year. You look at their record against other playoff teams, it's as good as anybody's. Ovechkin chasing an unbelievable record that we all know about. And look, I did Ryan Strom's last two games from ice level. They weren't good. Or I said Ryan Leonard's last two games from ice level at Boston College over the weekend. They weren't good. You could tell he was feeling the pressure. You could tell that he was, knowing what was coming right around the corner. He got shut down really in those two games. But look, I think this kid's a star. I think he could have a Chris Kreider type of welcome into the NHL effect, or Charlie McAvoy. If you remember, both of those guys seamlessly joining the National Hockey League and doing good things in year one. He's going to play on a line with Dylan Strome and Protas. Not a bad line to play on, right? I mean, a guy who can get you the puck and a big straight line player in Alexi Protas. So, again, pretty good. He's probably going to play on the power play, right? Why not? I can't wait to see it, honestly. I'm so excited to see him play. I'm excited to see Gabriel Perreault play. I watch these kids their whole college careers. I do a lot of their games. I get to know them. And again, even though they're BC guys, I'm still really excited to see these youngsters come into the National Hockey League here over the next couple of days.
Yeah, pretty awesome, too, that since it's in Boston, Ryan Leonard will have all of his Boston College teammates there, maybe with the exception of Gabe Perreault, who's joining the New York Rangers as they try and sneak into a playoff spot. I'm going to ask you a loaded question. When you think about Ryan Leonard and his NHL readiness, then you think about Zeev Buium. Yes, Frozen Four is still outstanding, but also someone like a Sam Renzel. When you think about the quality of these three players that are coming out and joining the NHL ranks immediately, is this one of the best classes that we've seen sort of graduate, so to speak, directly into the NHL from the NCAA?
Yeah, I can't remember this many impact players coming in right away. Now, the circumstances so different. Like, Renzel goes to a much less pressured situation, but has all the makings to be a legitimate star. Where Ryan Leonard comes into a dressing room of a team that's the best team in the Eastern Conference around the greatest goal scorer in the history of the game of hockey. So different situations, Frank. But yeah, when Buium joins, we've seen one guy do this. We've never seen two or three in 1 year join right away and be impactful like we think these youngsters can be.
Yeah, and this is a different situation than just, hey, I'm going to play out the string for the last 8 games on a team that's going nowhere. To get a roster spot on a playoff-bound team that has expectations like the Washington Capitals do, it speaks to how they viewed Leonard the entire time and his preparation to now be ready for this moment.
Don't be shocked if he scores in game 1. That's what I would say about Ryan Leonard. He'll be hungry. He will be angry. I will be watching.
So are you saying that Pat should add a Ryan Leonard anytime goal scorer to his Bet365 slip tonight?
I am saying that exactly.
Okay, interesting. And also just we've been monitoring the undrafted free agent route as well. Obviously, there's tons of signings. I was caught a little bit off guard by Callum Tung from UConn signing with the New York Rangers after just one collegiate season.
13 games.
I saw Tung play. Yeah, you're right. 13 games. He rotated all year for UConn. This was the first time in the regionals that they didn't rotate. He played two really good games. Saw him in person on Friday night. And it's not that I'm surprised to see a player sign. It's just that I don't know that he was necessarily on anyone's radar to sign. And yet the Rangers pluck him out of UConn and throw him right into Hartford. I guess he doesn't have to move very far.
It didn't make sense to me, Frank. This is a guy who played 13 collegiate games, and the other goalie he split with played 23. Now granted, he took the bigger game down the stretch, had great numbers. He only played 38 games the year prior in the BCHL and 5 the year before that. This is not a guy who's played a lot of hockey at a high level. I think this is a reach. He's 6'3", so they must see something that they like. But I was very surprised at this, and I bet you Mike Cavanaugh, the head coach at UConn, very surprised at this.
Yeah, we'll see. The New York Rangers, of course, at some point are going to be looking for a backup for Jonathan Quick, who signed for one more year, his 40-year-old season.
What's up, hockey fans? If you enjoyed that video, then you need to be hitting the subscribe button right here at Daily Faceoff. Exclusive interviews and analysis from our hockey insider Frank Seravalli, fantasy updates from Brock Sagan, and a daily live show at noon Eastern, Monday through Friday. You don't want to miss any of the fantastic content, so hit that subscribe button.